Desh, Ratan, Nigam, political analyst. Sir, appreciate the patience. Thank you for staying with us. Mr. Nigam, I want to ask you, till now, the BJP hasn't been outrightly vocal. The fact, yes, there was Sanjay Kutte, BJP leader, yesterday in Surat. You had the Chief Minister of Assam in the morning inspect the resort that these MLAs were going to get booked into. And one can understand, the tepidness to all of this because they've been burnt earlier. How do you think that the BJP is viewing the situation as they unfold?
Well, I think since I'm not the spokesperson for the BJP, I can only speculate. The classic situation, if you, summarize Uddhav Thackeray, want to resign but will not resign, is the motto. And why is he not resigning? Because if you see the stand is continuously shifting. On one hand, Uddhav Thackeray says he will not face the floor test because it will hurt him. Sanjay Raut says we'll go to the floor test. Look at the strategy. So there is some kind of an external pressure, and most probably from the NCP, which is not allowing him to resign. Clear, because in desperation, the Shinde was offered CM-ship also, which he clearly declined. This is about, straying from the path of Hindutva, which is an all-encompassing and inclusive philosophy, which the Uddhav Thackeray willingly or unwillingly left. Because I am saying unwillingly because there is a possibility that because of the hostile alliance and coalition, he was compelled to leave that Hindutva philosophy. And that is where the people, the MLAs, got the feedback from the ground, from the voters and the supporters, that the alienation of Shiv Sena is taking place on the ground. And MLAs are very sensitive to the opinion of their own voters and supporters, and hence this situation has developed. Now, once they have the numbers 37, which is the magic number when the anti-defection law will not apply, then I believe they will be in a very clear position. I don't know whether they have it or not. Tonight will make it very clear. Then they will be in a very clear position to take a very clear stand legally and constitutionally. And they have made it very clear that Shiv Sena has to break from the MVA. That they have also made it very clear. So the only possibility which remains out here is a combination of Shiv Sena and the Bharatiya Janata Party, which may give a stable government in Maharashtra. And what we saw recently in Maharashtra is something that we all are worried about. Ketki actress is put behind bars. Today she got a bail after 1.5 months. And a student also being sent behind the bars because he also wrote something against Pawar. Or if you recall the Palghar incident which had happened, or Hanuman Chalisa. So everything was building up, and there was actually, and believe me, there was a feedback from the ground that Shiv Sena is getting alienated from the people. And that is where the whole issue boils down to.
Okay.
Now, if you look at the desperation of the MVA, and especially NCP, it does not want to let go of power. At the same time, they don't also want to be, seen as if they are washing their hands off. Calling it an internal matter of Shiv Sena, then offering CM-ship to Shinde is something, there is a lot of confusion there also. They are also not very clear which side the entire Shiv Sena may go. So clearly today the position is, as Rajdeep clearly said, momentum is mass into velocity. Mass represents the number of, MLAs that they have, and the velocity with which number of MLAs are, gravitating towards Shinde is something which clearly gives a superior position to Eknath Shinde and the possible combination of Bharatiya Janata Party and this breakaway group.